Mothers, this one's for you. You're welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to have you here again. Are you aware that our diet has changed significantly over the last 30 to 40 years? Yes, significantly. And these changes in our diet have resulted in changes to so many other things, ripple effects, as you can imagine. Now, with respect to children, right, that's why I call the attention of mothers. What has also changed significantly over the same period is a significant increase in the level and the types of diseases that um, have plagued children, have plagued people generally, but I'm focusing on children. So, if you do a quick search on what diseases are on the rise in children, you will find number one, asthma. You will find obesity. You will find, I think the third is mental health conditions. And now remember, this channel is mainly about natural health and natural remedies. So if you do a further check to say what are the natural remedies for asthma, when I did that search, I found nutrition to be one of the recommended, you know, solutions. And in nutrition, it says obesity increases the risk of asthma, meaning that the number one and two causes of diseases that are on the rise in children are interrelated and can be linked to food. Because I mean, what causes obesity? It's about what we feed them, right? And we just need to take note of this and make the right choices when it comes to food for our children. So this video is a call to action for mothers to take note that it is our responsibility to ensure that our children are fed with food that will nourish their bodies, food that will give them the required nutrients that they need to grow and develop into healthy adults. And from when, if whatever you start them up with now is what they're going to grow up with and is what they're going to be used to, so it's best that you start them on the right path, because you don't want them down the line to, I mean, of course, as they grow older, they are wiser, and then imagine down the line they now realize that, oh, why was my mom feeding me with this when she should have been feeding me with that? So this is just to draw your attention to this point and then help you see why you should take this very seriously. Like I said, these diseases are things that can be avoided if only we take care and take note of the types of food that we feed our children. I'd like to say on this channel, one of the I'll call it, they say know this and no peace, right? Whatever it is that you are buying, if it is produced industrially, if it is advertised, it is primarily done for profit. Know this and no peace. So you should know that health does not take precedence. That means that you have the responsibility to ensure that whatever of these products you are buying, you are aware of what the health benefits will be to you and to anyone that consumes those products. So that's just a note of caution. And then remember, on one of my previous videos, I've drawn your attention to the fact that you need to begin to read food labels. So if you go back and check a lot of those foods, or those in quote foods that you buy, if you check the food labels on them, you will realize that a lot of them are not food. Real food is whatever will nourish the body, and real food comes from nature. no other place. Real food comes from nature, plants and animals. And so, what I'm trying to help you see is, yes, it may be more, it may take a bit more of your time, it may be more stressful for you, but on the long run it is better for your children. Because if you go through the pain of you know giving them what will nourish their bodies and make them healthy, you will avoid the pain of having to make hospital runs. And I've gone through those phases, and I can tell, or and I know that most mothers know that those things are best avoided, because it's stressful for you, it's stressful for the child, it's stressful for people around you. I mean, why? Why would you want to put yourself through that unnecessary stress if you can, or if there's something you can do to avoid it, which is what I'm trying to show you now, that if you take your time to prepare healthy meals for your children, you will be the better for it, and they will also be, of course, a lot better for it. They will be healthier, and you it's a win-win for everybody. It's just that you need to take caution. And remember, some people will then come and say, oh, my children don't like this, oh, my children don't like that. Please throw all that out of the window. Children are a clean slate, tabula rasa, meaning that it is whatever, they are an empty slate. Whatever you put on them, whatever you teach them, whatever you feed them with, is what they will get, and is what they understand, right? They have no other, you are their mother, right? And they trust you, so you just need to find ways to make them love whatever it is that you're giving them. It's not easy, and it's not going to be easy, I promise you, right? I have a hard time with my kids a lot of times when I'm trying to make them eat what they really don't like. So, but you have to find creative ways to achieve what you want. Is just like, you know what is right for your child. Imagine you wake your child up in the morning and say, "Let's go to school," and then he says, "No, I don't feel like going to school today." Will you leave him? No. Or you see your child playing with a dangerous object, and then he says, "Oh yes, I just feel like," will you leave him? No, you will take the action. So we as mothers, in fact, I recently saw a video where one of the blessed doctors I listen to now, what's that her name, Barbara O'Neill, she says the cold water therapy is a cure for tantrums. If you, I can drop a link to that video on the description box so you can watch it. Well, I had a good laugh when I watched that. She says your child is throwing tantrums, pour a cold, ice cold water on them. Oh, okay, the floor would get dirty. Lure them or take them outside and then do it outside. The child goes, "Oh, mom, that's so cold. Why do you pour it on me?" And then you say, "Oh, it feels like you're a little bit hot in there, and I just wanted to cool you down." And then okay, then you bring the child in and say, "Oh, okay, you're cold. Let's change your clothes." And then you make them remove the clothes, make them wring out the clothes themselves and go and dry it out. Now, all that activity is therapeutic for them, because momentarily they will forget whatever it was that was angering them. And then, I mean, you also, you have peace of mind, right? Better than yelling or beating them up and all of that. So, I mean, we have to find creative ways to make sure that our children get the best that we're trying to give to them. My children have gotten so used to water is life now, because every time I've stopped buying fizzy drinks, right? They still have it every once in a while. If they go for party, somebody celebrates something in school, they bring it home. Or I mean, but that, or maybe they go to their grannies, and you know, grannies now, you cannot cage them. You can only accept whatever they do, right? So when they go there, of course, they're free. But when they're in the house, in our home, right, we control the things that get to them, or the things that they take. And I mean, they've gotten so used to water is life. So recently, my son was eating, and then I was telling him, because he would normally drink a lot of water while he's eating, and then he won't finish his food. So I was trying to tell him that, okay, leave the water, don't drink water now, just make sure you eat your food. And then he tells me, "Mommy, water is life." I had a great laugh. So whatever it is that you give them is what they will take. Now, give them simple meals, right? The less number of ingredients a meal has, the better it is, the healthier it is. What do I mean? A simple meal of egg and tea in the morning is good. It's a lot better than a packaged product that when you read it, if you see it has like 6 or 7 ingredients. The reason is when this gets into the body, just think about it. To me, it's very logical. I didn't even read this anywhere. I just figured it out on my own. So when you take food into your body, your digestive system has to sort it out and then get the nutrients out of it and trash whatever is not useful. And now imagine you have to sort a basket that is full of 3 main items, right? Multiple numbers of 3 main items compared to another basket, same quantity or same quantity, but 10 different items, and then multiple numbers of those items. Which will be faster to sort? I believe the answer is obvious to you, right? So I believe that's the same way the body is going to process whatever it is that gets into your body, into your system. So why stress your body? And then remember one of my videos also that I shared, where I explained to you, if you do not know those ingredients that are inside those food, your body too does not know them, because they are complex laboratory made, items, ingredients, and whatnot. And when it gets into the body does not recognize them, and it's like it corrupts the system. And that's the reality, that's the truth. So simple meals should be what we go for our children. So in the morning, feel free to feed them with eggs, right? Go through or learn different recipes, or different recipes for eggs, right? I make plain fried egg, sometimes scrambled, sometimes, in fact, there's this stir fried egg that I saw on Chef Freg's page, and I mean that one is the bomb. That's my go to egg recipe these days. I use it for anything: rice, yam, or just eating it alone like that. It's really nice because it's full of vegetables, right? And I mean, it's filling. It's a meal on its own. So please, let's take the responsibility to do these things for our children, so that down the line they will thank us. And also think about it: an egg is a whole meal on its own. That singular egg, right, is what develops into a whole chicken that has all the parts: feathers, bones, the flesh, the skin, the beak, the legs. I mean, please feel free to feed them with it, without mising it in any way. So that's the main tip I just thought to throw out there. Please, and I promise you, mom, it's not going to be an easy task, right? This healthy living thing. Don't rush yourself. Um don't expect that you are going to just go into your pantry now and they say that all these things we should not be eating them, pack them. No, no, no. As a matter of fact, if you go by a lot of things that people say, don't do this, don't do that, you won't do anything. But in the midst of it all, right, identify what is real information and what makes sense, and then follow your instincts. Go gradually, right? I remember that while we were growing up, we had the beverage we used to take, right? The coke, hot beverage we used to take was Eruku Shudi. I don't know how many people remember that, right? Eruku Shudi was nothing but cocoa powder, right? I doubt if anyone, or if many people do cocoa powder anymore these days. And guess what? I recently also just reintroduced it, or introduced it to my children, because it's not like as if they knew it before. Because I've realized that a lot of the beverages we take right now, just pour it inside cup and you check it, you see the sugar granules just staring at you, shining in your face, is all sugar. I remember we talked about how detrimental to the health, especially to children's health, sugar is. So I mean, you want to feed them with foods that will nourish their bodies. Cocoa is a power plant or power food, right? Read up about it and its you know health benefits to the body, and you realize that I mean it's something that you should go back to if you have also not been using it. So that can go easily for their morning meals, right? I mean, and then take that with follow up fried egg, boiled egg, anyone. I mean, just make sure that they are eating real food. When they eat real food, they will um, be better, right? Healthier, smarter, and you will also have peace of mind. So that's the tip I thought to share today. Please share this information with as many people as you know so that we all can, do better, leave this world in a better place than we met it. Imagine now you have children that are being diagnosed of diabetes. Like, seriously, that is a no no. And the power is in the hands of with the mothers. So please, let's make use of this power and make sure that our children turn out the way God planned for them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.